Now to the 13 windows smashed and 2 doors vandalized at our state capitol. From a ways away, troopers saw the man throwing rocks at windows on the first floor. But when troopers got closer, they say the man got into his car and drove off. The pursuit ended after the suspect drove onto a wooden pedestrian bridge and then crashed. The 21-year-old man was eventually taken into custody. Joining us now with a closer look at the damage left behind is reporter Jerry Cornfield with Washington State Standard. Thank you for being here, Jerry.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you back here. So walk us through the damage at the Capitol. Do we know and have any idea how much it's going to cost to repair?
Yeah, we learned late this afternoon that the preliminary cost estimate for the damage is $100,000. That comes from the State Department of Enterprise Services. That figure could change as they do more investigation and find out more about the casings and what it's going to take to put in all the windows.
Well, walk us through also the timeline. What was the timeline for the response from officials in this case?
So the Washington State Patrol reports that early on, it was just after 1 o'clock, when a trooper on campus heard noise. And as they walked to that area of the northwest corner of the building, and this another trooper arrived and they saw the man there. But at that point, 13 windows had been smashed, 2 doors had been damaged. He was using big rocks and apparently his hands and fists, because when they did arrest him, he had his hands were very bloodied up. Now, what's interesting is in October, there was another act of vandalism. At that point, a guy with a hammer broke a window, got in, and did damage inside. So after that, they added some security film on all of the windows in the Capitol, the legislative building, on all floors. The idea is you throw a rock at the window, it may crack, but it won't shatter all the way through. And that's what happened. If you walk by this morning, and I looked at the windows, you could see all the glass still stuck in place because the film held it there. So that's why he couldn't get into the building.
Well, you just brought it up, October, and you just explained that these windows held up this time. But what's going on here, Jerry? In your opinion, do you feel like this is becoming a trend? We have these 2 cases within several months.
Yeah, I don't know that it's a trend. Both individuals, I mean, the first person, he's still waiting. He has not been arraigned. He's still waiting for a mental health evaluation to determine if he's even competent to stand trial. This individual this morning, when they described him as extremely intoxicated, among the charges is driving under the influence of alcohol. They did not say what his alcohol level was, but the troopers that encountered him at the scene said he was very drunk. So it doesn't feel like it's motivated by politics or any organization. These are in the middle of the night, single individuals. So I think it's random, but it's pretty close together.
Well, do you think that, just briefly, do you think there's more security can come from this, or there should be more secure features put in? What's the conversation next?
Well, they tried the last budget cycle to cut funding for security, and after the October incident, they restored the money. They've got more cameras on campus. They have more people making sure, keeping watch. This is the slow period, the interim period. Lawmakers are not around, so there are fewer people, but they already did increase security, and they did have a pretty quick response to this case in this instance.
Okay, Jerry, thank you for your time.
Thank you.